Good afternoon. This is Brent with Lykins Motorsports, and I got a FedEx man brought me a bunch of goodies for our 496 forced induction build, and just going to go through some things that we've accumulated for that build. The crank is balanced. I did get it back. It's ready to install. So as soon as our block is machined, then we'll get busy on assembly. The pistons are already on the rods. The rod bearing clearances are checked. The heads are assembled. So the camshaft is here. The lifters are here. So we're in pretty good shape. And as soon as the block is done, we can rock and roll on that. We are using a BBM block. It was an early block. I know because of the gray paint that they put on the block on the interior surfaces of the block, and then they switched to black later on. I went ahead and had that block baked and tumbled just to get that paint off of there. On those early blocks, sometimes I had some issues with the way that the hole for the distributor was cut into the block, and I had to clearance the china wall and some of those things. And when that happens and there's paint there, you start flaking paint. And I'm not a fan of paint on the inside of an engine block, but the black that they've been using seems to be pretty substantial, and I haven't had to do any repair grinding or anything lately. So, but on those older blocks with the gray paint, I try to get that off of there. And here's some pictures of what the block looks like now after it's been baked and hit with some steel shot. It is ready for machine work, and it looks like it just came out of the foundry. So that'll be our foundation, and we're just a couple of machine work steps away from being able to assemble. So here's Mr. Steve's timing cover. It's a factory timing cover that we've refurbished, and it's ready to get a new seal installed. This engine's going in a pickup truck, and he doesn't have very much room at all for an oil filter adapter. So what we're going to do is, since he's using a front block mounting plate, we're going to hang a remote filter mount off of the engine plate. And I got one of these nice billet Canton block filter adapters that go in place of the cast aluminum filter adapter that we usually use on an FE block. And these are meant to plumb a remote filter. It's got a half-inch pipe thread, female pipe thread fitting. And what we'll do is we'll use these Earl's 3/4 pipe. I don't know why I keep saying 3/4. Half-inch pipe to a -12 AN. And if you're not familiar with AN fittings, essentially whatever the number is after the dash, you divide by 16, and that is the size of the hose. And since these are -12, 12 divided by 16 would be 6/8 or 3/4. So we're running some, after I drop it on my foot, we're gonna run some of this Aeroquip -12 braided, steel braided hoses. So we'll go from the block filter adapter up to our remote filter mount and get that done. And we've got these fittings, some nice slow 90-degree hose ends and some straight hose ends, and our pipe thread to AN adapters. For our harmonic balancer, we're going to power bond, and we're going to use one of these race balancers. All the FE balancers have a 1111 part number. So it starts with a 1111N for just a regular nodular street style balancer. And then it goes to a 1111ST for street, and then the 1111SS for race. And I've put these through some pretty high RPMs and high horsepower, so I'm very familiar with their quality and how well they'll hold up. So this is the balance we're going to use. Never have any problems bolting those things on. The fit is always good. It seems like there's a lot of balancers that they have too much press, and you have to hone the hubs, and it's not a good thing. So we're going to be running an electric water pump, and I use the CVR universal pumps, and then I put these in line with the FE Power electric water pump adapters that J. Brown makes. So they are made specifically for this pump. He's got several different adapters so that you can either hang an alternator on one side or a power steering pump or whatever. So good for making horsepower. We'll free up about 15 horsepower, and we'll get those adapters, and that will bolt to the front of the engine mount plates. For oil pumpage, we're going to use a Melling high volume pump. I've already checked. This one I've had on the shelf for a while. It does not have the hole in the cut plug. And then we're going to pair that up with an ARP pump drive. All right, so that's where I'm going to leave you guys. Today I'm going to go ahead and get our seal installed and get this cover ready for paint. And should have the block. I'm expecting it next week. So once the block comes in, it'll get a good cleaning. And our cam bearings will go in, and we'll get some paint on it. And we'll check our main bearing clearances and file our rings. And then it'll be go time. So not much in way of the preliminary work on that one. We'll have to degree the cam and that sort of thing, but we are well on our way. So I know this is a short video, but some guys ask what parts that I prefer to use in engine builds, and just like showing some things off in terms of quality and what I like to use. But we'll also fit this with one of my billet adjustable timing pointers, which is always a nice addition. All right, guys, I hope you are having a wonderful Friday and a wonderful weekend. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do that now so that you don't miss out on anything that's coming through the shop. Hit that like button, and I hope you all are doing very well. I'll see you soon.